A Ukrainian Nobel Peace Prize laureate called on South Africa on Wednesday not to allow Russian President Vladimir Putin to attend a BRICS summit in the country in August. Alexandra Romantsova, director of an NGO that won the first ever peace prize in Ukraine last year, urged the South African government to show us that they care about us. The ICC issued an arrest warrant for Putin in March, meaning that Pretoria, which is due to host the summit of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa this year, should detain him on arrival. For us, South Africa is a place where people fight for freedom, for equality, for dignity, said Romantsova, who was in South Africa to garner support from Ukraine, at a press conference in Johannesburg. Putin's visit would be a great disappointment. If Putin comes here and is not arrested, it would be a great disappointment, she said. The International Criminal Court's arrest warrant for Putin stems from allegations that Russia illegally deported Ukrainian children. Romantsova, executive director of the Kiev-based Center for Civil Liberties, CCL, suggested that the Russian president could attend the BRICS summit via Zoom, or send a minister, who is not wanted by the ICC. The CCL, which has successfully campaigned for political prisoners, monitored forced disappearances and highlighted Russian war crimes, shared last year's Peace Prize with Belarusian and Russian co-laureates. As a continental power, South Africa has refused to condemn the invasion of Ukraine, which has largely isolated Moscow on the international stage, saying it wants to remain neutral and prefers dialogue to end the war. Earlier this year, it held a controversial joint military exercise with Russia and China, which critics cite as evidence of an inclination towards the Kremlin. Romantsova, who came to South Africa as part of a delegation of academics and non-profit organizations, met with senior officials from the South African Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But she received the cold shoulder from the ruling party, the African National Congress, ANC. "We are trying to meet the ANC, and for me, it is surprising how difficult it is to organize such a meeting," said Oleksiy Haran, another member of the delegation and a professor of politics at the National University of Kiev Mohyla Academy.